Good morning, Tribuco. Only 6 more weeks left in the school year.
Hang in there.
We have some fun segments on the way that I think you guys will enjoy.
That's right. I'm Layah Salazar.
And I'm Celia Benedetto, and this is your Mustang Morning News. If you're not following us on Instagram, what are you doing? We have challenges and special insights to our show that you do not want to miss. The handle is at THHS Morning News. That's THHS Morning News.
During the break, 5 of our crew members often don't recognize the beauty of Earth as much as they should. For the next few minutes, take this time to relax and enjoy the wonderful place we call Earth. This is Earth Appreciation.
Seniors, did you know that you can have your grad pictures on a billboard, and for free too? If that's something you're interested in, email your picture and your name to the email showed on screen by May 15th. How great is that? Please email your guidance counselor with any additional questions.
We often don't look closely at the jazz genre because it's been losing its popularity. Sean has a segment to educate us all about jazz music.
Jazz has been around for a long time, and surprisingly still has a cult following. It has a specific, unique sound that isn't really found anywhere else. The structure of jazz, though, is pretty similar to what many people already know. In music, one of the most popular chord progressions is the 1-4-5, which means you transition from the main chord to the 4th chord and the 5th chord. Switching from the 5th chord to the 1st chord objectively is the best sounding transition. The song you've been listening to is Watermelon Man by Herbie Hancock. The main idea in this song is the 1-4-5, and you can hear it right here as it alternates between the 4th and 5th chord and resolves back to the 1st. Now we can compare it to a more recent song. This is Under the Bridge by the Red Hot Chili Peppers. In the background, it's a little hard to hear, but if we get rid of the vocals, you can hear the 1-4-5 progression. You may be wondering, if it uses the same chords, why does it still sound so different? Well, a main difference is the scale that jazz usually sticks to. Although songs like Under the Bridge stick to a normal 7-note scale, Watermelon Man mainly uses the minor pentatonic scale. This is the scale used in Under the Bridge. And now the scale from Watermelon Man. You can hear how the pentatonic scale sounds very different. This is generally where the joke that there are no wrong notes in jazz comes from, since it almost feels like the scale has no pattern. This isn't the only difference between jazz and most pop songs. The spacing between the notes played are generally different. This isn't the case for all jazz songs, but most have a different feel in the rhythm. This song is So What by Miles Davis. Here's how the bass part is normally played. And now here's if the notes were played flat or without the jazz feel. It sounds pretty different, and obviously the normal way it's played sounds a lot more interesting. Of course, there are many more ways to differentiate jazz from other music, but these generally are the most noticeable. That's all I have for you, Tribuco. Have a good rest of your day.
If you're a Latino who's thinking about joining a leadership program, consider Latino Virtual Youth Leadership. This program gives you a chance to gain management skills which will look fantastic on college applications. Visit the link in the description for more information.
Aren't we all glad quarantine is almost over? In case you may need to quarantine again soon, check out this next segment.
Hey guys, AJ here again, and this time on 30 Games from Quarantine we have a multiplayer special. So if you're looking for some games to play with friends, keep watching for some fun picks. Let's start off with one I've been playing a lot recently. Similar to Animal Crossing, Stardew Valley is a role-playing game, but this time you're in charge of a farm. Spend your time watering crops, breaking trees, or maybe just take care of your animals. Luckily, there's a lot more to the game than just that. There's a town with over 40 citizens that you can individually talk to and slowly become friends with. There's even event cutscenes with them, so you really get to watch them evolve in how they open up to you over time. There's also a mine which has your typical ores, mobs, and bats. Go there whenever you need to gather ores to upgrade your tools, or to make helpful farm appliances, such as sprinklers. Although this game sounds a lot less action-packed than many, it's an incredible game that has been loved and highly reviewed by countless players. Give it a shot if you need a new long-term game to play with yourself or friends. Quarantine has made it really difficult for some friends to play games together. While there's plenty of online games, some of them don't have the board game type appeal that most look for. Jackbox Party Packs are a great way to play these types of games without needing to be near each other. These games are incredibly fun to play. For example, there's Fakin' It, a game where you try to figure out who's lying about their answers to a variety of questions. Trivia Murder Party, a creepy trivia game where if you don't answer correctly, well, let's just say it's not a fun result. And Madverse City, a Mad Libs type game where the game actually raps for you. There's a total of 7 party packs as of now, and they all have their own gems. Be sure to try some of these with your friends and family. What would this segment be without a Nintendo game? This game came out a while ago, but its style and charm are so adorable that I ended up playing it again with my family over quarantine. Work as 2 cute little... what exactly are they? Anyways, work together to solve a variety of puzzles with different aesthetics and difficulties. The main mechanic of the game is the ability to cut each other into abstract shapes to do things like pop balloons or fit a certain space. Of course, there is the option to just do that. So try not to cut the other player out of existence. Snip and Clip also both have the weirdest but cutest expressions whenever you crouch or cut, which makes the game just that much more charming. That's it for the multiplayer special of Games from Quarantine. Thanks for watching.
Thanks, AJ. And now let's check out sports with Dylan Luden.
What's up, Tribuco? I'm Dylan Luden, and this is your instant update. Since this is the first show after spring break, we have a lot of sports news to tell you all about, so let's jump right to it. On March 27th, our varsity boys lacrosse team took down San Juan Hills by a score of 20-4. Ryder Roth had 6 goals, Austin Hicks had 5 goals, and Tristan Bassett had a 95% face-off win percentage. On April 2nd, our varsity football team were able to defeat Elisa Niguel 27-18. Drew Barrett was the player of the game, having 2 rushing touchdowns and 1 receiving touchdown on the day. On April 3rd, our varsity baseball team crushed Mission Viejo 10-4. Bobby Gray and Drew Barrett each hit home runs, and they both finished with 2 RBIs on the day. On April 6th, our Mustang varsity softball team walked it off against Foothill in the 9th, winning 11-9. Jazzy Longo had the game-winning hit and went 2 for 5 with 2 RBIs on the day. Alyssa Orlando had a huge game at the plate, going 4 for 5 with an RBI as well. On April 10th, our varsity baseball team defeated Newport Harbor 2-0. Mason Molina put the team on his back, pitching a no-hitter. Molina went 7 innings and had a whopping 16 strikeouts with that performance. He was named the SoCal Baseball Player of the Week by Cal High Sports. Way to go, Mason! Cross-country runners Melissa Pinter and Landon Lee have received the OCADA's Athlete of Character Award. The award honors county high school students who exemplify sportsmanship and leadership. Congratulations to Melissa and Landon. Our varsity girls soccer team beat San Clemente 2-1 for their first league win on the 13th. Campbell Taylor and Natalie Colclaw were on the score sheet, while Jaden Perry and Elise Valenzuela had assists. Our varsity basketball team won their first league game of the season in overtime on the 14th by a score of 64-62. Joey Longo led the way for the Mustangs as he had 32 points in the game. Longo came through when it mattered the most, scoring 17 of those 32 points in the 4th quarter and overtime. Kyle McLean also had a great game with 15 points. On the 15th, our varsity girls lacrosse team defeated Elisa Niguel 13-9 for their first win of the league season. That's for me, guys. Have a great rest of your day.
Thanks. Well, that's it for us today.
If you want to see more of us, check out the description down below.
Remember to subscribe and tune in every Monday.
And as always,
Happy birthday and stay respectful.